Bahamian music continues to make waves, and today we are highlighting new music from one of our very own. Shine 242 has released his latest track, Service Dog. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Morning, Bahamas, and morning to you too.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure to have you on. Listen, tell us, Service Dog. When I think about the title, all sorts of things are going through my mind. So tell us a little bit about the meaning behind this song.
Well, I mean, Service Dog is about consistency, loyalty.
Okay.
That's what a service dog would be to somebody. I mean, but it all depends where your mind take it. But we're talking about consistency and loyalty.
All right.
Discipline.
Okay, so what inspired this particular song?
I was just looking for a song that, of a lot of, could make your mind wonder as to where you want to take it. But the inspiration behind the song is actually, a love letter.
Okay.
To be honest, if I was to pen a record like Service Dog, this would be the record I would pen to someone who I love.
All right, awesome. And this is written by you, right?
Yes, me and my good cousin, Sinjaro B as well.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the collaborations that you've had with this song and others.
Shout out to all the artists that I've collaborated with. Artists such as Wendy, Rick Carey. Mama D is actually my latest collab as well. Shout out to all of them. All of them are hardworking artists, and it's good to collab.
All right.
Better together.
Okay. Well, I know in a little bit we're going to hear you sing, but tell us just a little bit about the music, the vibe, and the energy of this particular song.
I think it's I think the record, I got to call it a record now, a hit record. It's gonna go through the times. It's one of those songs that will survive the times. And I just think, I'm just glad to have one of those in my catalog.
Okay. And what's the genre of music?
Rake and scrape. I'm all about the culture. I'm preserving the culture, and we Bahamian, and that's this us, Rake and scrape, jumping.
Okay. And I know you've been doing this for a while, right? You've been singing and producing for a while.
Yes.
Just tell us where that passion comes from.
Well, I could go on and on, but I've been, music always been my outlet. I've served on the Royal Bahamas Defense Force for about 10 years in the bond department. I wore many caps, played many instruments, lead singer, lead keyboardist, drum major. Most of the beat retreats you see on Independence, I coordinated a lot of the music, the dance steps, a lot of that stuff. But being in the band, I realized that I was playing for the same artists over and over and over, and I'm like, maybe there's something I could do, and if I do it, I'll do it different. And since 2019, 7 years later, we're here.
Wow. And tell us a little bit about the success that you've had doing this.
Culture. I absolutely love culture, and I love where we at in regards to the orange economy and the passion I've found. Actually, doing Bahamian music. Bahamian love their things. They say Bahamians don't like their music, but, I found out these past few years that, that's a lie.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. I'm excited to hear the song Service Dog, and I'm excited to see you perform in just a few minutes, right?
Thank you, yes.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on. Good luck with your performance.
Thank you.
All righty.